Before getting started, we just wanted to thank everyone who subscribed to the channel. We're so grateful for everyone who views our videos. If you like the video, we hope you guys hit the like button, drop a comment, and share the video with a friend. So moving on to the video, we put off working on the master bedroom since we've had so many other projects around the house. I did buy this 3/4 inch plywood back in 2020. It was about $45, and I'm glad I did because now they're going for about $90 per sheet. I was able to make 2 nightstands with 1 sheet. I had Home Depot rip the plywood into 3 16-inch pieces. Then I had them cut those down to 32 inches each. So with 1 sheet of plywood, I ended up with 9 total pieces that are 32 by 16. So here I'm taking those to my table saw, trimming them down to the final dimensions. The top and bottom pieces are 28.5 by 18.5 inches. I cut a total of 4 pieces this size for 2 nightstands. And the sides are going to be laminated, which just means the 2 pieces are going to be glued together, so they're thicker, and it also covers up the pocket holes. I cut 4 pieces that are 18.5 by 50. Here we're drilling pocket holes with our Kreg pocket hole jig, which is linked in the description below. This is an older model which has been discontinued, but I linked the newer version. You only need to drill pocket holes on 2 side pieces for each stand. You'll see we drilled pocket holes on 4 pieces here because we're making a total of 2 stands. Also, you'll notice that here we're only drilling pocket holes on 1 side. This is where the top piece will attach underneath the top sheet of the nightstand. You'll see what I mean in a little bit. Now I'm partially screwing in the 1.5 inch pocket hole screws, so I'll be ready for the next step. Now I'm setting up my top sheet and getting ready to use the glue and 18-inch brad nails to hold things in place before I tighten down the pocket hole screws. You'll want to use a speed square or something to get your pieces as close to 90 degrees as possible. Now I'm just doing the same exact thing to the other side. I applied some glue using the speed square to line things up. I have the 18-inch brad nails which I'm shooting in just to hold things in place before I go ahead and screw down the pocket hole screws. So this is the bottom of the nightstand. I'm going to use glue and brad nails like before, but no pocket holes here. Instead, I pre-drill and then I use a countersink bit and screw it down from the bottom, 1.5 inch Spax screws.
Yeah, Sloan, I'm going to have you go first. So with this, go ahead and spread the glue just like this, a big zigzag. Try not to get too close to the front or the back.
So we're clamping down the wood here, the side pieces. It takes 24 hours to completely dry, but we just waited 1.5 to 2 hours before we moved on to the other side.
Hi guys, it's Sloan from Kids, and I'm going to show you how to use the stud button.
Good, so we're back in the master bedroom. We're looking for where we're going to mount this. So Sloan, show us how you use the stud finder. So you just press and you slide over until there. There, so you see the 3 lines light up there? Keep pressing. That's where the stud is. So basically, we'll get underneath the nightstand and we'll mark where the stud is there. And then keep going to the right, all the way, so you see more lights. Keep going, keep going, keep going. So there, go back, right there. There, it's unusually wide, but the reason for that is the builder stacked 3 studs side by side, so there should be roughly about 4.5 inches there, and then also on each side of the window.
This is definitely the best stud finder we've ever used. It makes drilling into the studs so easy.
So let's go ahead and can you tear off a piece of that masking tape, the blue tape?
Yeah.
Use that masking tape and put it roughly in that area right there. Make a mark with a pencil right in the center of that, right where the middle line is. All right. So we have our spots marked out. All of these little holes that you see from the brad nails, I want you to go ahead and smear a little bit on there and wipe it off. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. And let's see what we're using. We're using DAP plastic wood filler, all-purpose wood filler, and we're using the natural color. It comes in white, I think we have red oak, and some darker colors, but this matches this plywood the best, and these are stainable.
So here you can see the stain matches perfectly to the wood. I'm going to go ahead and sand this down very lightly with 220 grit. Make sure you don't hold pressure, much pressure at all, and try to keep moving. Don't stay in one spot for too long. Don't mind the top pieces, it's for a different project, but this is how it looks sanded down. All the hardware is completely hidden, and we really like how it turned out.
Okay, Sloan, so we have here Varathane, early American. It's our favorite stain. We love it. We have it all over our house. And I'm gonna go ahead and have you start by opening this up. So you just take this here and you pry it open. And then you keep going along the sides. Okay, Sloan, so the key to staining is a very little bit goes a long way. The other thing is prep is extremely important. So we went ahead and sanded everything to 220 grit, so everything's very smooth. If you don't sand the wood, what happens is you absorb way too much stain in certain areas and it becomes very blotchy. Sometimes we use pre-stain conditioner, but for this plywood you don't really need it. Okay, so we skip that step. Okay, now we're back for the top coat, polyurethane. It's satin interior.
Applying polyurethane can be tricky, but the key is to use a high quality foam brush, get a thick coat on, and then slowly do a long stroke all the way across the wood. By doing this, I never end up with streaks or brush marks. I ended up doing 3 coats of polyurethane about an hour apart. The instruction says 2 hours, but it was so hot this was sufficient.
All right, so we're back in the bedroom. The nightstand is complete. We're gonna go ahead and mount it here. I've got it stacked on the step stool. I've got a few pieces of miscellaneous wood just to get it at the height we need it to be. Sloan, I'm gonna get it started for you, and then you can screw it in the rest of the way. Good job, Sloan. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Say it. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
All right. So now we'll go ahead and remove all this wood from underneath. All right, so the top pocket holes are done. We went ahead and screwed those in. And now we're gonna go on the bottom here. There's two, 1 and 2, and we'll screw those in. Are you ready, Sloan?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just gonna get it lined up. Okay, go ahead and push it. That's good. And do the other side. Get it lined up. Okay, now push. All right. Good.
I'm right here.
All right. Looks good. What do you guys think?
Good.
Good? Okay. Let's go ahead and put stuff on top.
A tiny little wood chip. What are we gonna put inside?
I don't know. Mom can put her cell
Maybe
phone
we
charger.
like. This looks cool. I wish I had one.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well, I made
we,
another
like,
table for you.
maybe we like do a sleepover. We could put our stuff
That sounds good. That's a good idea.
in. Like we get our cushions and then put them right over there.
Yeah.
I need your stuffy. We get like small blankets, and then we like put them in here, and then we like sleep in here.
Yeah, and they can have a sleepover. It's their bunk bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine
Sounds
goes
good.
on the top. Mine goes on the bottom. Mine goes
Awesome.
on the bottom.
Well, I think once we get the tile installed and everything, it's going to come together nicely. All right.